said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Oregon Ducks, the House of Loud, Autzen Stadium in Eugene. As we'll see, the number 8 team in the country, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on the 18th ranked team in the land, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. The Ducks will kick it away to start us off. He'll bring it out. It's Brady. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. From the gun, running back on the move. They shut it down quickly, but he gets 2 out to the 18. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Makes the catch. He stopped short, and it's 4th down. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a 1st down. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
And the defense got him at the 27.
And he was held in check in game 1, but you're not going to hold him in check for long. And right out the gates, getting a sack in the 2nd ball game, that will not be his last sack of the season. This dude is a ball player.
From the shotgun, the inside give. Still running at the 40. And he'll be brought down.
Really nice play call there on 2nd and long by the offensive coordinator. He was able to get a lot of that yardage back by running the football, and now, of course, it sets up a 3rd and manageable situation.
Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
You just got to wonder, too, guys, if the crowd didn't impact the offense. They're playing on the road on the first 3rd down of this football game. Incomplete. The idea here, I think, just punt it away and see if you can regroup, because this environment is hostile.
Fires to the middle. Makes the catch. Converts on 4th down. Is still on his feet. Touchdown, Oklahoma. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
I think a lot of people probably expected to see that, right? They're playing on the road, and you know this is going to be a hostile environment, but they've got the better players, and we've seen that before. There was no hesitation. Opening drive, they go right down the field, they score a touchdown, and they made a statement.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll return it. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. got this drive firing. Quickly to the tight end. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
They'll try to get the first through the air. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Oh, it's picked off. Got room on the return. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
They'll move the tight end. From the gun, the ground game. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The Sooners trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Going to swing it on second down. Finds his man. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
And frankly, if that's a completion, it's not going to make the end-of-season highlight reel. But in this game, it could lead to a highlight reel type play. The offensive coordinator may be setting something big up for later in the game.
And it's incomplete on third down.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come-to-Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God into this defense, because this 3-and-out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
On fourth down, trying to find his man. It's complete to the right. Oh, it's a fumble. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes.
The defense up big time on the fourth down play, trying to get the stop, making sure he doesn't get a first down. The fumble, it's just the icing on the sundae. That's fine. We'll take it. But more importantly, they got the big stop and turnover on downs.
This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Got it set up on the outside. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
I think early in the game, you can really set the tone. You got the completion. You set up a manageable fourth down situation. Do I want to be aggressive? Do I want to show them I'm willing to go for it on fourth down? I got a great opportunity right here.
On fourth down, they're taking to the air. He's going to run it. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
Quarterbacks have a hard job. They got to drop back and try to see the whole field and then see the rush coming to him. But you could tell he did a really good job scrambling outside the pocket, improvising, making a play with his feet, and then getting the first down.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught. But how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. He'll pull it. Oh, he's got some space. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy, because he's got that sixth sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time able to get the first down. Big challenge for the defense moving forward.
Able to move it ahead a couple of yards. He gets it down to the 20. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. Takes a hit as he fires. Connection to the right. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6. At the end of the period, Oklahoma has the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Quarterback keeper. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Back to pass. Under fire. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
You've got great field position here. You've got to pay it off. Who is your go-to receiver that can make a play in this situation?
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. Thought he had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Last drive ended with a pick. Vitally important to take care of the football this time. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Got room to work. There he goes. He's inside the 40. The 20. He's at the touchdown Ducks. Excellent pass by the back on the option. You know they love their track at Oregon, and when the gun goes off and he hits open field, he is headed to the tape, and he was burning by the time he hit the end zone.
And they've had guys year after year with serious track speed. They'll get you the small runs, lull you to sleep, and then boom, they make those big plays because they got big-time playmakers with speed at running back.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. So here comes the Oklahoma offense. A blown opportunity, missing that short field goal on the last drive, and now they'll try to put something on the board here. Works his way ahead for 3. They'll spot it at the 18.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard games just because of the body blow effect.
Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage for no gain on the play.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. That's exactly what happened.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Quick strike complete. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's 1st down at the 38. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy when he gets in space who can...
Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
And nice answer by this defense. You give up a big play, you go take a big play. Sometimes you get down yourselves and one play turns to 2. Nice job by this defense getting a sack, creating some momentum.
Punts it out of the air, and he's knocked down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on 3rd down here in Autzen. Looking to scramble. get it himself. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
Really nice awareness that time by the quarterback. He knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up the first down. He's scrambling on that play, and there are a lot of guys out there that would slide, that would try to run out of bounds, protect themselves, but that was really tough what he did. He put his body on the line to go pick up that first.
The Sooners are moving quickly down the field. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. Well, that's going to make it a little tougher. It's 1st and 20. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Tight end finds a soft spot. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37.
How about the big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
Looking to throw on first down. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. On first down, here comes this offense. Snapped it in the shotgun. It's caught, and they're able to make the tackle.
Nice job by the quarterback and receiver working the curl route. Receiver got his depth, and he fought back to the football, helping make that completion a whole lot easier.
On the run, still looking. Fires on the move. On target to the left. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh, man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback keeping his eyes down the field.
So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to throw again. Fires into the end zone. And he was going for the touchdown there, and they couldn't make the connection. Big 3rd down in the red zone, and this crowd is getting behind this defense. Trying play action. Fires to the tight end. Touchdown Sooners! A great catch and run for 6.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Working that left side now.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Back to throw, time running short in the half. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
Well, 2 things I love by the quarterback on that play. 1, his ability to flush outside the pocket and make a quick decision. No one's open and I'm taking off and running. And 2, get out of bounds. No need to take a big hit. Just save yourself, save the body. Fresh set of downs coming up. Well done.
Crosses the 45. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
That's the danger as a defense when you play man coverage, is that if the quarterback decides to scramble, there may not be anybody there to make a tackle right away. You obviously want to take care of everything on the back end, and with these receivers, you've got to get them locked down. But if you're the D coordinator here, you've got to be more selective with your coverage and mix it up, because man coverage against a scrambling quarterback can hurt you.
Here's the pressure. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
You can't make the connection on the soft toss.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
It's complete on the right side. They pick up the first down. They'll mark him at the 34. Got to be expeditious here. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And the Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Breaks to grab. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
This is why he's the quarterback leading his team, because he can do things like that, the unscripted stuff, and buy time, scramble outside the pocket, complete the pass down the field. Just so hard to stop as opposed to a guy that just stands in the pocket and
turning it on. He'll go out of bounds right at the 23-yard line.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
And he got just enough of that one. That'll bring him to within 4. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. One more snap coming before halftime. Looking to throw on 1st down. Keeps looking downfield. Rolling, throwing, looking right. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. They want to get the ball back right now, lining up for an onside kick to start the second half. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
Well, I did not have this in my bingo card, guys, but being one of the most talented quarterbacks in college football, to be under 50% completions in this game, nobody saw that coming. He has not been able to find his rhythm, and he looks frustrated.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Snags it! Touchdown, Oregon! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. Well, the good news about this drive Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that.
Breaks into the open. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Got his man quickly. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. 2nd down coming up. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. Not in lockstep there with the receiver. The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The house of loud is deafening on this 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his tight end. They'll pick up enough yardage for the 1st down. They've got it at the 30.
That's just a very easy, comfortable throw for the quarterback. He knows he has his big target, tight end, running across the field on the drag. Nice play.
He caught it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Oklahoma. This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting, had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Mississippi State is down, but not out of it. Not with those cowbells ringing inside Davis-Wade Stadium, one of the best home field advantages in all of college football. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Georgia Tech. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Second down, they'll go to the air. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Makes a grab for a big play. Touchdown, Ducks! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
That's number 2 on the day, having a day. I mean, you know he's going to catch the football, and you know he's going to make plays after he catches. Those are the kind of guys that you feature and you find them, and they produce like this, you keep finding them.
And he snatches it and comes down in the end zone for the 2. What a display of explosive capabilities on that drive. 75 yards, 2 plays, and a touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. It's Brady. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Wants to throw on 1st down. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
Yeah, this defense hadn't had a lot of success. This offense has been doing what it wants at will. Finally getting to the QB, finally getting some pressure, finally getting a big hit on him. That'll pay some dividends down the road.
Using his legs to buy some time. Open space at the 25. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. Offense will try to strike on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab. Boy, that was a precision play all the way around. Throw, catch, tackle, bang, bang, bang. Using him out of the slot, he has just been unstoppable.
And I love putting dynamic athletes in the slot that I can move around, that I can put in motion, that I can make him go in or out. I can put him off the ball so you can't get hands on him, and they've really featured this guy today.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Caught. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
And the Sooners will snap it on 1st and 10. Reads it, fires complete. And he's brought down after a nice game.
Great execution on the RPO, and the receiver had some time to find the soft spot in the zone and make himself open for the quarterback and make it a much easier pass. Great job.
And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Running game worked on 1st down. Let's see if they go back to it on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Here comes the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Unloads to the right. And a big deflection on 3rd down forces a 4th down.
Man, that's perfect 3rd down defense. They know the ball's going to come out. They're sitting back in zone coverage. Everybody has vision on the quarterback. Break on the football, bat it down, force the 4th down.
It's 4th down and 6, and they'll try to convert. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Takes a hit as he releases it and just spiked it right into the ground.
Nice job by the defense. Great pass defense, getting in the lanes, doing a really good job understanding they were going to throw the football in this 4th down. They played it well. Incomplete pass. Defense turns to offense.
Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Trying to make Mac. Oh, he's got some space. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going.
And it's just so fun to be a play caller when you got a QB that can do that. Like, it's a pass play. Nope, he pulls it down, chews up yardage, gets a 1st down. And both of these quarterbacks, man, they have this ability to make big plays.
Couldn't ask for much more there. A 1st down, and they're down to the 42. It's not just the dual threat guy. You go back to Dan Fowles or Bill Musgrave or even Justin Herbert, and passers not in short supply for the Ducks.
And when you think about the Ducks, you always think about the fancy uniforms. I think that's one of the first things that come to mind, but the guys you just named, it's been built on flash, but it's also been built on substance. Great players in their tradition, in their history, and just like now, just in the recent history, Bo Nix, another one of those guys that's put up big numbers.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Leaves it with the back. Got enough for the 1st. Turns on the Jets. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Oregon. Boy, did he just scorch that defense with that score.
He shows you all of it, Breeze. He's got the speed, he's got the agility. This dude's a big-time playmaker. You just give him the ball, and he'll find different ways to kill you on different plays.
Throw to the end zone. It's picked off.
2-point plays, the windows are very small to throw into. That time, he just tried to force it into a tiny window, ended up being picked, and the offense comes away with no points.
He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Looking downfield on first down. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. They get him on the ground after the turnover, but there is a flag on the field, and we'll see if that will be a reprieve for this offense. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. Give to the back. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. Big catches, big plays, tons of yards through three quarters for these two guys. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. So first down will open up the final period. He'll do it himself. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. He'll keep it himself. He won't get there. It'll bring up fourth down.
That's got to hurt if you're the offense, because you're thinking with this quarterback and his size and his athleticism, that's going to be an easy first down pickup on the option play. But how about the physicality up front by this defense, stuffing him at the line of scrimmage?
On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Dances away to buy time. They get to him as he throws. And the pass is incomplete on fourth down, but hold on just a second. We've got to see what the flag's about. They've got him pinned back in a world of trouble, and listen to this crowd coming through. Looking to throw on first down. Lets it fly. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up. They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Wants to fire on second down. Just a short pass to the tight end. Across the 20 and out of bounds at the 21-yard line, and just like that, they're out of trouble. Ball spotted at the 21. It's first down. To the air on first down. Gets it out quickly. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. The Sooners are in the hurry-up.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You've got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
The Sooners have their offense in high gear. Wants to go up top on first down. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
Dances away. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Taking it the other way. Touchdown Ducks! The defense gets it done with that huge interception return.
And that just might do it. Man, offense needed points badly. Defense comes up with the big interception, takes it all the way back just to pad their lead a little bit and make this game almost out of reach.
He'll bring it out. It's Brady. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. A very disappointing performance for the #1 team in the country. There'll be a new team atop the rankings when they come out next. Blasted as he lets it go. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time. But you always remember your first interception. They'll always remember this moment.
Fighting off the defender. Able to make the tackle, but not before he gets 5 yards down to the 21.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
Zings it complete to the right. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. The Ducks are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Wide receiver going in motion. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. He'll be run out of bounds at the 13.
Just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward, let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job, nice execution. First down.
They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Quickly complete. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
At the 9-yard line. Coming up, 4th down.
They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He wants to change this route. On 4th down, looking to pass. He wants it all. Touchdown, Oregon! And the pummeling has started.
I got to say, the mental toughness that this team is showing early this season is real impressive. And going down the field and scoring on that last possession, putting themselves in position here to go 2-0, they're answering the bell. This team has leadership on both sides of the ball. Very, very impressive.
On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Firing to the right, complete. Lots of room to run. Touchdown Sooners! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
And these decisions to go for 2, you see more and more of it throughout a game, chasing points. And then in the end, you wonder if this just comes back to bite you.
They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
Yeah, and a great job by the receiving team. When you see the football kick, man, you got to be smart how fast it's coming, if I'm ready to catch it, if it needs to go to the next wave. Nice job being organized, seeing it, and executing well.
From the gun, running back gets to give. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense. Now, they got to get a stop, and if it's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to shoulder the load, and he has delivered for his offense all game long.
He'll get it all the way down to the 8-yard line, and the defense is feeling the heat. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, it's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Sometimes in your playbook, you have run plays that are called run-it runs. You leave the play on no matter what look the defense gives you. That time the defense was blitzing, but they just kept the play on. That is an attitude-type run that you can run into any kind of look, and it paid off for him.
He's going to lose a yard on that one. Third and goal, where the strong come through. Guys, I think we all expected this game to be close. Couple teams of this caliber.